Going to surprise everybody and come on early tonight. Here it is, a little after 7, and I'm ready to get rolling. So we're gonna do it. We're just gonna do it to see what happens. We'll see if anybody shows. And if they don't, you guys can catch me on the replay. I'm fine with that too. Just told me to install new software. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Do not want to do that. This old iPad I don't think could take any more anyway. Oh, you know what I need to do? I'm going to hook up my microphone. So just hold, please. All right, we're good. We'll see if anybody pops on. I'm early. But I've been out here all day, and I'm probably not going to be out here much longer. So I thought, you know what? We're just going to get rolling and need some white paint, though. Need white paint, and I need orange paint. Probably need some black paint. So what do you think we're making? Guess. Just guess. Okay. So when you pop on, say hi. And if you can sprinkle me, that would be great. And if you do, and you're not a designer, I will send you a transfer. A size A transfer. And I don't think I've had anybody yet that's shared me that's not a designer. So if you share me and you're not a designer and I don't get something for you, please just send me a message because I'm kind of wacky these days. Okay. Just kind of wacky. I don't suppose anybody will show because I'm an hour early. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do two kinds of ornaments, and we are going to Mod Podge these Santas onto these rounds. I wish that I would have, you guys, I must have cut these probably 3 years ago, and I didn't cut them a whole lot bigger, so I may not have a whole lot to sand off. We'll see. We shall see. So what I want to do first of all is I want to paint these, and I think I'll just paint those white. Let's just get us here's a tape board. Just a board that has masking tape on it that keeps my stuff from flying. But you got to have room for it. Oh, and I've got these little guys too I want to paint. Got these little flat beads. I want to paint some little snowman faces on those. So they are also going to be white. They are just from the wood pile from Hobby Lobby. And they're just little flat beads. Half beads. We're going to do 3 of those. So if you guys pop on after my live, please just hashtag replay or exclamation point replay is fine too. And that is with no spaces in between. Just exclamation point and then the word or you can do hashtag, or geez, you guys. You can do exclamation point notify, and you will be notified when I go live. You can put a hashtag or hashtag replay or exclamation point replay. And that gets me credit for your replays. Then I know you were here and I can say hi and thanks for coming, and I know you were here and you're awesome. And all the things. So how was your Veterans Day today? I ran to the mailbox like a goofball to mail a package to somebody that doesn't know she's getting it. And they were closed. And I was like, it's only 2 o'clock. Why are you not open? Pitch dark in there. And I thought, what the heck? So I went over to my husband and I said, what time does the post office close? It's not open today. I went, oh my Lord, of course, duh. And our 10 feet of leaves got mowed up today. And I'm not kidding you. He had to leave and dump his flatbed trailer because he had so many leaves. But that's his own fault because he had decided that he was going to wait and come through after the trees did the major dumping of leaves. We still have a whole nother tree that's not even close to done. But the maple tree, the 2 out front trees are done. They're naked. They are naked. And all those leaves were on the ground. And oh my gosh, you guys, you talk about a pile of leaves. Holy moly. So I'm just going to dry this and then I want to put another coat. There's a snowflake that I was probably looking for. Just going to do a couple ornaments tonight. I painted 9 lighted ornaments today. And they're little pickup trucks. They're cute as can be. And then I also painted, base coated, and then chalked the whole Peanuts wood cutouts that I have. And now I got to paint them in. And then I'll go back and, oh, Carol, you're crazy. Then I'm going to have to go and do those because Peanuts have been what's sold. Charlie Brown Peanut stuff sells at my craft shows. I couldn't find my snow that I want though, and I'm a little bit leery about using this crap because I think it's crap. These little balls. I think they're going to be a pain in my behind, but we'll see. Then I thought I should have brought out a bounce because you can take a bounce and you can like rub it on the inside of these glass or acrylic things and you won't have the clinging like you do. So we'll see. We'll try one and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I usually use that kind of crystally snow, and I know I have like a bag of it, but I don't have a clue where it's at. I mean, I'm like trying to think, where would I put that? Your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. We went to the soup supper tonight. That was nice. But you guys, in my little town, and when I say my little town, I mean my town's a 900. Our little servicemen are old, like old. And so they're having a hard time even having enough people to bring desserts and that kind of stuff. So they ask on Facebook if anybody would be willing to bring desserts to the soup supper tonight. And I took 2 And I think the whole town brought dessert because they had a beautiful display of desserts. It was beautiful. It was like 8-foot tables, and they were covered in desserts. Pies and cakes and cookies and all kinds of dessert bars and pumpkin. Tons of stuff. And the soup was delicious. I had chili, and oh my goodness, it was good. So I kind of looked like a dirt ball. I was cleaning a ceramic Christmas tree earlier. I wanted to get it cleaned and over on my oven that doesn't work, so that I could get it out of the way so I don't break it. Waiting to find out. I sent my friend a message. The gal that bought my molds from me, she's bought out several people through the years and has ended up with several different kilns. And she told me one time that she had like 5. So I sent her a message and I go, do you have one that you would love to part with? I mean, I'll pay you for it. So she's going to look, and hopefully, she's always so busy, but I'm hoping that she will be able to find me something. I am early. We're making ornaments tonight. I'm going to make 2 different kind of ornaments. I've been out here all day, and I decided that I think I'm going to go ahead and go live and get it over with, which doesn't sound very nice, but I should just say get it done. And then I have some Peanuts things I want to get started painting. So I might just turn me on a Hallmark movie and paint away. I'm just going to smooth these out because you guys, these were wood. And these were birch. And so when you paint wood, all the little fibers come up. And it's just rough. You can just tell. That little snowflake. There we go. Those are good. So now I want to put Mod Podge on those. And we're going to paint little snowman faces on these. They're going to be cute. I hope. I hope they're going to be cute. So I just try to put a pretty generous amount of Mod Podge on my rounds. I want them to be covered pretty well, because you don't want anything coming up. And you know, I should look and see, and I left them in the garage. Napkins that I bought at TJ Maxx the other day. Okay, these all look covered, so I want to dry these. And what do I do with that? What did I do with that? I had new napkins, and I should have looked, because maybe one of those would go on here and it'd be pretty. I sent them somewhere. They can't be very far. Oh, I think they're over there on my chair. I'll see I forget what the scene is on that one. It might be like a winter house, which would be cute inside a snow globy type thing. That's got a big old goober on it. Don't need to have a booger underneath our Mod Podge, do we? No boogers allowed. Let me go over here and grab these napkins real quick and just see what our picture is on them. I kind of forget. I picked these up at the Dollar Tree, or at the Dollar General. And that's a cute little house with a snowman and a tractor. I don't know how much of that we could get on. Have to look and see. Might just stick with these. So I am going to plug in this little thing and then put another coat of Mod Podge on. I like to heat set my Mod Podge. I feel like it does better for me. I don't have wrinkles and all those things. Hi, Chris. Hi, Diane. Thanks. I said my sweatshirt kind of got a little bit dirty because I came out, and then, you guys, I'm so ADD. I came out and I was starting to put some more lights on some of the little Christmas ornaments that I made that have the, I'll have to show you. They have a truck. They're one of the lighted series. You guys, these things sold like crazy at my last craft show. So it's a little pickup. So I still have to put the string on it, and the string and the bead and the bow. But isn't that cute with a little red pickup? And it says, "Be merry and bright" underneath. So I had to put some light kits in those, and I have 9 of those painted, and I got 2 of them with the light kits in them. They just take some time to glue those little light kits in. Not that it's hard, it's absolutely not. But those little bugs take some time to get those lights in there. Now this goes on a lot smoother because it's got the 1 coat on it already. Okay, that is done. Oh, yeah, you guys, it turned out really pretty, didn't it? I really like it. I put it on that garland, and then I ended up adding some little rag ties in between. And I could add more, but sometimes I think less is more. So I think it turned out great. I'm happy with it. Really happy with it. So like I said, if anybody would like to take a chance on that one, I have a kit. No, I don't have the garland. I think I bought that garland at Hobby Lobby last year. But you can put it on any garland. And it actually comes with a ribbon that goes in between. But I just cut them and tied them with jute. And then I distressed around the edges a little bit. And I love it. I think it turned out really cute. Do have another craft show this weekend in Hastings. It will be at the fairgrounds on Saturday. Oh my gosh, you guys. I have this little gal that's like a gingerbread fanatic. She's like nuts about gingerbread. And I took my gingerbread porch leaner, and I think her husband seriously he loves to hunt for him as much as she loves for him to find him for her. And he saw mine, and then he stood by it. He wouldn't even leave. He stood by it, and I saw him kept looking for her and looking for her. And then she came around, and she was like, "Oh," when she saw that, "Oh, I have to have that," she said. And then there was another, a little ornament a new ornament that I had made, and she got that too. But she is my gingerbread girl. She's picked up more, and her husband was like, "You have the cutest gingerbread stuff." He goes, "We never find anything anywhere, but we always find something with you." And I'm like, "Yes, keep it coming." My husband goes, "You need to make more gingerbread stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, I do." If anything different, she'd buy it. No doubt about it. I said to her one time, I'd like to see where you put all your gingerbread stuff. And she goes, she's like about this tall. She goes, I have 2 curios that are full of gingerbread things, and then a room that's full. And then my other curio has Elvis stuff in it. I was like, of course it does. Who doesn't love Elvis? But I don't have a curio of Elvis. I don't know where she gets that collectible, but those have to be like really collectibles. Gingerbreads are fun. They're just a fun little thing to, ooh, that one needs to be, I don't think that one was dry. Looks kind of squishy under there. She leaves them up year round. Oh my God, there's so many gingerbread things. As a matter of fact, I have a porch leaner to get ready for another girl, a different one that is gingerbread. But oh my gosh, that was a cute one. It's so bright and pretty, wet pink. It was just so bright. Just kind of makes you happy looking at it. So I was happy that she's happy. I love to make stuff, and then people love it enough to buy it. I do. I want kind of rough, but I don't want like, man, I see some in here. I think I should take it in the house and do it on my heels. Lord. We'll go. That's kind of, what is that one? A 200. That's like a 1200. Ugh. Okay. We will do a rough one. This is an 80. That ought to peel it right off, won't it? So you just go down around your edges. And there won't be much because I didn't cut these with much to spare when I cut them. They're adorable. Tomorrow's our class luncheon. We do it once a month. Second Wednesday of the month. I think we got 16 or 17 girls that are going to meet tomorrow for lunch. It's always fun. It's like a fun hour just to visit, and we're just classmates. And we were from Hastings, which is 25 miles to the north. And my class was 350 people, which back in I'm going to age myself, 1975. That was like one of the biggest classes that they'd ever have. Now I think they have bigger classes than that. But it's a fun time. And then there's a dollar auction in Hastings, and I bid on some stencils, regular stencils. I don't even know why, just because I'm crafty, and I think to myself that, oh my gosh, you guys, those two are exactly the same. Duh. And I had a third one. What a goofball. Oh well. Too late now. Okay. Should we do these and then move on? I didn't really get those down at the base very good. Should do those again. Did I squeeze that out or did I? I missed, like, down at the base, I can see raw wood. I don't want that. So I guess we'll wait. Cute little kitchen in Estes Park, Colorado. I bet that is adorable. I would say, okay, now, what do I do with those other pieces? Oh, here they are. So this is going to be the back of those. So I'm going to paint these red. I'm going to move that snowflake. I keep thinking I might need that someday. I think I might paint on the scorched side because it'll be covered up. And I picked out, this is just a ceramic paint. It's just an acrylic, and it's called Firethorn. It is just a pretty red. And I could use red, but I'm just going to use this. And we'll get it. Because these are going to go over this anyway, so I really wouldn't even need to do that center part, but I will. So my husband called me today and he goes, did you put anything on this one credit card, our Allegiant credit card? And I said, no, I don't have our Allegiant credit card. And he was like, oh, that's right. So somebody, he got an alert. I'm not sure how he got the alert that there was $300 and some put on it for gaming, some kind of gaming, and then to call this number. And when he called the number, they wanted him to put in his numbers. And he was like, oh, that is a big old hard no. And he hung up. So he goes, it was a scam. And I go, well, duh. And I go, first of all, do you have alerts set up on that credit card? And he goes, I don't, but I do now. And I said, well, that was your first clue because you shouldn't have got an alert because you didn't have that set up. And I said, and then you should know that, I go, I don't have the card. So, if it wasn't something you put on it, it wouldn't be anything. So, yeah, someone tried to scam us. But then he says to me, we're going to go see the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere in Vegas in January, which is, it's like in, I want to say it's 8K, but I might be wrong. And so when Dorothy and the uncles are in the forest, the Cowardly Lion and the Scarecrow and the Tin Man, they start throwing apples because they pick apples to eat. So apples will be flying out in the audience. They're foam apples, but they fly in the audience. So people want to catch those. I'm hoping I catch an apple. And then when they have the tornado, things fly around inside the sphere. So I don't know how you keep from dirt flying in your face or some piece of paper hitting you in the eye or something, but I don't know. But anyway, he goes, when did you buy our tickets for that? And I said, for Monday, the 26th of January. And he goes, what time? And I said, 5 o'clock. And he's like, well, we fly into Vegas on Monday, the 26th. They've changed the flights. We used to always go on Sunday, and now they moved it to Monday out of our small airport that's south or north of us. So he goes, but I think we're okay. He goes, we're supposed to fly out like at 9 in the morning. And they're earlier than us. So for them, it would be 7, I think. I think it's 2 hours maybe. But I was like, oh my Lord, do I have to change the tickets? But I didn't. I'm excited to go see that. And I'm in a group on Facebook and people are like showing their pictures and I'm like, oh my, I just can't wait to go. I feel like I should get some ruby slippers. They dress up, people dress up, but they said there were lots of Dorothys and no witches. But who wants to paint their face green? I mean, seriously. But how dang cool will that be? Then I heard that people are suggesting, and I don't know if it's like just people talking or if it's the truth, but they'd like to do Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory there. Oh my God, you guys, how cool would that be? Walking into the candy and all those big, all that big stuff would be so fun to watch. I love Willy Wonka, like Gene Wilder Willy Wonka. That was the best movie ever. And they did say that they cut out some of the scenes of Wizard of Oz because of time. And one of them is the lion, I think, when he sings that he's king of the forest. They take that out, and there was something else that they take out. But they said you really don't notice it. Just for time, I suppose. There's something on that one right there. I'm hoping I can sand that off. And I'm just going to grab the thickness that's in those cracks and stuff, and get that out of there. And they could be painted on the back too, you guys. And probably should be. Or stained. You can stain them too. Today it was absolutely gorgeous here. Started out being 39 degrees or something. But quickly it warmed up and ended up being 70 this afternoon. And I think it got up to, I think I saw on Alexa this morning that it was going to be 70 like at 2 o'clock, and at 3 o'clock it would start dropping. It would be 69. So it gets up to that degree, and then it just starts to go down. But it's the middle of November. We're knocking on the door to Thanksgiving, which is crazy. So I'm going to give these a little bit of a sand. Ooh, this is that ruffian. I don't want that. Might have just ruined that. Or it might just be distressed. Might just put a little dab on there. Little humps get moved around all the time, don't they? My son sent me a picture today, or a video today, of our youngest grandson taking his first steps. He's the cutest little thing ever. Kid's adorable. Adorable, adorable. Oh, I'm going to unplug this little iron. You guys, I'm infamous for leaving things plugged in. And I am going to distress around my Santa Claus. Might even just kind of go in there a little bit. So those are going to get glued on there. Probably should even I never know what look I like, you know, when it comes to this kind of stuff. It's like, I don't want it to be like uniform, but, and this is water soluble, so if I didn't like it, I could just take a wipe and wipe it off. It'll come right off. But I think I like the looks of that. I didn't get too nutty about it. Except for the second year in a row, I took the same dessert that I took last year, and I was disappointed. You think I'd learn, wouldn't you? But I didn't. You guys know that yellow cake pumpkin dessert? That's frickin' amazing. It's like pumpkin pie, only it's yellow cake. It is the best dessert ever. And this looked just like that, and I took it. And I remember I took it last year thinking the same thing. But it's not. This one had apples in it. And I wanted pumpkin. So I was sadly disappointed. I'm just using the art glitter glue. You know what? That still didn't. Wonder if that's just going to set that on there. I don't think I let my Mod Podge dry enough. And Thursday night, I'm going to be working at the Treasure Trove. And we are just going to be announcing like tomorrow, probably, the gal that takes the pictures will be posting pictures of the Treasure Trove for what we have for Christmas. And I can tell you right now that people are going to be flocking in. They are going to be flocking in. Well, that took that paint right off there too. I'm not gonna worry about that. Just gonna go with it. There was something on there, and I saw that. I should have turned it over, but I didn't, because I'm squirrely that way. But you know what? We are going to chalk on that, so. I've had these, you guys. I don't even know. I did not cut these. I bought these from somebody. They are out of birch. Ain't nobody cutting out of birch anymore. So we're talking like, it's been a while. And I was down my basement doing something and I saw these and I was like, girl, you need to get those out and get them done, because you will never, if you don't, you will never do it. This is the same as that other one. And I signed up for a painting class December 4th and 5th. See if I can do that. I have toll painted before, but we'll see. Hopefully I can do it. Hopefully I can do her. Hopefully I can do her. This is getting plugged. Gets goobers in it and doesn't want to come out. Just try to get these in the center. Then I got to find some little word to put across here, and I think we'll do that in gold. Hi, Anita. Hi, Tracy. Hey, Holly. Tracy, how have your shows been going? I haven't had a failure yet. And there was a girl on here earlier, I'm sure she's probably gone by now, that was Carol. She has shows in Sutton, and I did her show. I was going to do it last year, and then I decided I'd rather have open heart surgery, said nobody ever, and so I had to miss it. And so I did it this year, and she's the sweetest thing, you guys. She makes cupcakes, and holy crapola, are they ever the best. And other things. She does other things too. Baking. She's a baker. And she's having a spring show. And I don't do spring shows because I've never had any luck at spring shows. Home decor just doesn't sell. And if I do Eastery stuff, I don't feel like they do that good. So I have kind of come to the conclusion I'm not going to do spring and summer shows. And she asked me to do her spring show. She asked me last night. And it was so funny because I was out here this afternoon and I thought, oh man, I need to send Carol a message. I think I'm going to try her show because I did so good at her winter show, or this fall show that she had in Sutton, that I thought she's a good promoter and she does advertising and she gets out and she busts her butt to get the information out there. And I appreciate that. I always feel like a show that's poorly advertised is not going to do good. And she really did do good with advertising that show. And she was disappointed with the show because that day that we had the show in that town, there was a funeral for 2 little kids that got in a car accident with their dad and died. And then, let's see, maybe it wasn't that one. Maybe that was the one that was in Hastings. There was a younger girl that she was in a cornfield, going down gravel roads, and 2 cars met and she got killed. So there was a funeral for a younger person, And then there was a wedding, an out-of-town wedding. And so she was just sad that she felt like it pulled people away. But I was like, I did good. I'm fine. I was happy. Okay. So we're going to do some snowman faces. So let's get out a stylus and get some black and put a couple eyeballs on this baby. I did not do the best for the Christmas and yeah, I don't do worth a crap. Oh, 12, 5, and 6. Ooh. I'm doing one on the 6th. But the only reason I'm doing it, and I'm doing it in Syracuse, Nebraska, is because that's where my little grandson lives, who's going to be turning 3. And, you know, sometimes it's good just to, maybe I'll make these like a little wonky. It's good to get, you know, go somewhere else. So I'm doing that on the 6th. Actually, I'm doing the December 1st in Sutton. Carol asked me if I would do the Sutton. It's like their little town's night of lights or something. You know what I mean? Like lighting of the town or something. Their celebration. So I'm going to grab a finer brush to do the nose. So she asked me if I would do that, and I was thrilled to be asked. And so I am going to do that. Trying to find a brush. Oh, my Lanta, I can't find a brush that I like. I guess I'm going to go with this one. I think it's too big, but it's too long. But I'm going to go with it. Oh, my word. Guess we're going to go this way. Yeah, I did have white paint in this one. I'm like, why did I not have white paint? So I'm just going to paint a carrot. I don't even know if that's big enough. Shouldn't. Got enough paint for 50 of them. Or 100. Oops, that carrot needs to come to a point. Okay, so I think we will put some little, we'll get that black back out and put some little, a little smile in there. But I'm going to move that over here because I feel like I have enough orange. I should put it back. Put it back. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. There we go. Whatever I did with that paper towel, probably threw it in the garbage, didn't I? Also going to rosy some cheeks on there. I'm going to try and get my little teeny one though. Those little dots will take a little bit to dry, especially the eyes. Those are cute little faces though. Oh my goodness. I'm going to put that orange back in the pot, if I can get it open. Hold please, let me grab my little silicone thing. Oh, I tell you, when you get old, you get weak. Not gonna lie. There we go. I just bought two of those little things the other day from a store in Hastings, small town famous. When you have that much paint, you just hate to let it go to waste. All right, I'm going to move this out of the road, and we will chalk the cheeks. That's what I do. Some people use paint. I use chalk. And this is just like artist chalk. I'm just going to give him some red cheeks, and they are red, red. And I don't even care. He might be really frosty cold. Yeah, I've got a craft show every weekend in November except for the Thanksgiving weekend. And I was hit up last week for 2 shows. Actually, one of them they wanted me to do was December, would it be December 19th? And I told her, I said, that one's probably not for me. I go, that's getting pretty late. I said, we'll have to see. So you guys, I have these stars. I think I got them from Hobby Lobby last year or the year before, because I have some round ones that are, and we could use those too. I mean, either one, but I feel like these came from Hobby Lobby. I feel like they were in a package or something. So anyway, might do one of those and a couple stars. So what I want to do is I bought these snowflakes from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to glue the snowflake to the ornament or the star, whichever one you want to do, and then put the snowman's face in the center. We'll see if this will work. So it just gives you another layer, and then that little can go in the center. We can put a little bow underneath his neck. It's going to have to be some skinny ribbon, like skinny ribbon, right? Do I have red in the... teeny tiny. I wonder if I could get by with this one. Might be able to. Might be able to finagle. So I'm just doing 2 loops and I'm just pushing 1 loop through the other. I'm not gonna. Or you could just do a regular shoestring, which might be easier. You can make these small as you want. Isn't that cute for just a little cheapy ornament? I think it's as cute as it can be. And then thought about a star. I looked for these at Hobby Lobby the other day and I could not find them. And there was a couple of things my friend and I were looking for, and she couldn't find. She was looking for a wreath that wasn't frosted, that wasn't, you know, she just wanted a small wreath to put on a cupboard door. Oh man, I got paint on me. Got red paint on my finger and I stuck it on my little snowflake. Too funny. It's plastic and it is staying there. That is funny. Maybe not. Who's having Christmas open house this weekend? You are doing it at the Black Cat? My cousins live by St. Joe. So we're going to chalk something on the bottom of these and then we'll glue those on there. Let's put another little bow on this one and then we'll move on. I can finish this other one another time. So my banner behind me is what I made last night. And I do have extra of those little banner things if anybody's interested. Remember, you need to wax them and you need to fuzz the crap out of your transfer because those things are sticky, sticky. But they're cute. I think it turned out cute. Good little background decor. And I'm thinking about moving my thing out of here that's back there and putting something else in there. And then I'd have wall space. Which could have, he's cute too, which could have And you know, you could take this off and put beads and something on it too. So, and those were like 6 for the $1.25 or whatever it was. They're plastic. They're a little cheesier than I thought they would be, but they're fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. So these things, I want to put something on here. So I've got my little book of tricks, and I've got the word winter, got the word snow. I've got the North Pole. That'd be kind of cute on like maybe this one with him and the kid, the doll. Let's see if that'll fit. Sure does, perfectly. But I would want to tape off that that bottom part. This candy cane, I don't want no part of that in my little thing. And this thing sticks like nobody's beeswax. So do I want it down there? I feel like I do. Because those will fit over that. I'll move it up just a skosh. And it can be done in any color, you guys. You could do it in silver, you could do it in gold, you could do it, I might do it in shimmer gold, just because I have 2 of them. Sometimes gold on green or gold on red looks kind of green though. So that's what you need to think about when you think about transfers or stencils, which these now we call stencils, which I still can't get that in my head. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is so pretty. That is beautiful. I'm just going to spray that because it's this shimmer and I don't want it to dry like immediately. What else can we put on? I feel like I saw something else that I thought would be cute. Well, ugh, that winter would be neat. Even winter snow would be pretty. On this one, could do that, winter snow. There's Merry Christmas. This ought to fuzz it good. Probably get 5 pounds of dog hair on it. I was so proud of my little dog today. I was taking my cakes, my cupcakes and my pie to my car, and we have the deck. We have a gate up on our deck because she's a runner, and so we always gate that, and then a lot of times we just let her out on the deck. And I took my stuff to the car, came back up to the deck, and she was on the deck, and the deck was not, the little thing was not shut. That says Merry Christmas. That's pretty. Very pretty. And I was like, she didn't even realize that it was not, that it was open, I guess, because she did not run. And I'm telling you guys, she's a runner. Like, she will go like nobody's beeswax. Scares me to death because I think she's going to get whacked on the highway. Or just the road right to the north of us is, I think this one is this exact same one. It is. It is. Well, what a mess that is. It's not even, they're not even on their paper. They must have fell off or something. So I wonder if I can get winter, and then where is the snow? Boy, ugh, they don't have any stick at all. Maybe I don't want them. Boy, they're going to have to really be, can I stagger them? I could do that, but I have to do one at a time. Pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good. So we may end up only doing one of these because I'm not sure that I'm going to love those styrofoam balls in there. And I know I have the other somewhere. If I don't, I'll buy it. You know, another reason to go to Hobby Lobby. Just need another reason to go to the lob. I don't know if Walmart, they might have fake snow. So funny, these are all off of their, they must not have any stick left. Oops. Just about got water on my thingamajig. I would have been so sad. There's the word winter. So I'm going to stick those back in there because I have a brand new one here, but you know, you want to use up the old ones before, because this is from 2022. And how cute is that? All those snowflakes and winter snow, hello. You know, you just, sometimes you just want a little word to poke somewhere. And that's what we did. All right, so now we got to glue that on, but first of all, we have to put the, and you know, I think I'm going to do this one because I have two of this. Set this down. And then we will get the So basically you have to put the balls in here, and then you end up turning this upside down to glue it, because these will fall out if you don't. But I just know these are going to be, I wonder if I put, I've got like some of this. Maybe I should just put this in there, you guys. So I'm going to put, first of all, I'm going to run this stick fast around this, because I know that is where this is going to go. And then first though, I want to put this in here, because we got to be on our game, because you don't have time to fart around with the stick fast, because it sticks fast. I don't think a hot glue would work. So I'm just going to run this around this real quick. And then we are going to put this on, and it needs to be in line with that hole. But it's not, why is it not on there? Oh, maybe it is. It is. So I want it to be in line with this hole up here. And it's not really. I mean, it is, but it's not. Because I want to get my ribbon through there. So won't that be cute? I like that. And I like that snow a lot better than these goofy. I'm going to throw these things away. That's not my jam at all. That is not for me. You don't need a lot, but maybe a little more. You know, you just kind of want it down at the bottom. And again, you just gotta, oop. That one's in the right spot. Might have too much snow in that one. It's winter snow. No, I'm not going to put as much in this one as I did in that one. That one's got too much. You know what? Once they're on, you know. Especially with stick fast. And this is stick fast thick. I'm telling you, thin is just like super glue. It's just like water. I don't like it. And I don't like this because you don't get any chance to, you know, like if you're gluing wood things, like I do, my wood projects, if you screw up and you are off, you're done. You don't get a second chance with stick fast. Oh my gosh, you guys, those are so cute. I'm glad I got those done. They're out of my craft room. So I usually use about 14, 15 inches of jute. And it's 8:30, so I've already kept you guys long enough. So I'll probably do this off camera. So what I will do is I will just put a jute in it and some beads and a bow. And that's going to be it. Didn't they turn out cute? I think they did too. I especially like this one that says North Pole. I love this writing. It reminds me of that story of the train. Tom Hanks. What in the heck is it? I love that story. I even bought it, but can't remember it because I'm awesome that way. Okay, now to get my jute through this thing. I just wanted to, no, that's not going to work. Let me see here. Good gravy. Anita can paint. Holy cow. You should see these milk cans that I got, Anita. I bought 2 milk cans for $5, and I thought I was getting 2 milk cans, and I got 2 milk cans, like milk cans. So I will put beads on these, and that's how they will be. Isn't that cool? I think they turned out great. All right, guys, thanks for hanging with me. They are. They are. So I need to paint the back of these, and then, yeah, I'll sell these. I think they're very, very cute. Very, very cute. And even the little snowmen. Aren't those cute? I mean, this is something you could do with grandkids. It's a simple little project. So, alrighty, guys. Have a great rest of your night. I appreciate you all for coming in. And if you can sprinkle me out there, do it. If you're a non-designer and you sprinkle me, I have a transfer for you. A little size A transfer. So thanks so much, you guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for popping in. Have a good night. Goodbye.